I sit by the harbour. The sea calls to me. I hide in the water. But I need to breathe. You are an ocean wave, my love, crashing at the bow. I am a galley slave, my love. If only I could find out the way to sail you. Maybe I'll just stow away.
With the lyrics to that song by All About Eve that they performed on Top of the Pops, but they couldn't hear the playback. Classic television blooper clip.
Martha's Harbour.
Oh, yes,
Martha's Harbour.
Martha's Harbour. Welcome to the This Are Johnny Domino podcast. My name is Steve.
And my name is Giles.
And what we do on this podcast is we listen to songs that we recorded around 30 years ago.
We did.
That no one's really heard. And we talk about them and the memories that arise thereof. We also talk about music that some people send in for us.
We do.
Yes.
Are you all right?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Just checking in with you. Are you sure you're okay? Are you good?
I'm still okay.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm okay.
Oh my God. The dog's going. Are you all right, dog? She seems all right. She's okay. This could turn out to be some sort of like weird horror film because I'm sat in a darkened room.
Why are you in a darkened room?
I don't know. I'm in a darkened room and there's no one else in the house and the dog's barking.
Are you freaking out because you watched Final Destination last night?
Yeah, I am, on your recommendation. And now I feel sort of scared literally doing anything. Like making a cup of tea could like kill me.
You've got to be careful, man. That's what those films tell you, is you've got to be careful.
It's the most ridiculous film ever.
Well, you know, we've spent the week watching all the ones that are on Netflix. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Yeah.
The fourth one isn't on there. The fourth one is not good.
Okay.
The third one's the best one.
Okay. Well, I'll work my way to it.
I would recommend it.
I can only cope with one a night. But, oh my God. Yeah, I'm scared now. I'm scared. Literally tying your shoelaces. You could die.
Well, I think it's a valuable thing to bear in mind.
I don't know, man. It's like health and safety gone mad. Right. We're going to go back to the core mission of the podcast first, aren't we? Which, you know what the core mission is, Steve?
I do know what it is. Are you going to tell the boys and girls, or am I?
I am. The core mission is listening to really crap songs that we recorded and laughing about it.
Yes.
That's the core mission.
And we've picked a doozy.
Oh, yeah.
We've picked an absolute stinker to kick things off. Now, this is actually 30 years old, and it is a song called Friday Night is Indie Alternative Night.
I wonder if it's improved with age, perhaps, this song. Like a fine wine.
Have you listened to it before this recording? Because I have.
I have, actually.
I think it's turned into sherry.
Has it? Okay.
Or vinegar.
Yeah. Just a quick explanation about the title. Friday Night is Indie Alternative Night, I think it's title, isn't it? And Friday Night was Indie Alternative Night at Rock City.
Rock City.
Which is, for people who are not local to Nottingham, is the major nightclub and gig venue in Nottingham. And it's been running for years, hasn't it? I think it opened in 1980, actually. I read that. Opened in 1980. Do you know the first band to ever play at Rock City?
Was it Amazulu?
You're just guessing.
Yes, of course I am.
It was the Undertones. That's quite good, isn't it? That's pretty damn good, isn't it, right? Do you know what the first band that I ever saw at Rock City was?
I think I know. All right, what was it then?
It was All About Eve. Hence the introduction to the podcast, you see. What was your first band that you went to see at Rock City?
It was Pixies.
Oh, yeah, you were a bit scared. Didn't like it, did you?
No, I didn't like. What I didn't like was the fact that you went in the mosh pit and I was standing, with our friends and I saw you go over the top of the mosh pit and I was a little bit scared because I was...
You're only a little fella, weren't you?
Was 15. I think I was 15.
I think you were.
I was pretty tall for my age, which is why I got in.
Maybe it was a bit of an overwhelming experience for you.
Well, they were bloody great.
It was good. It was good. Unlike this song.
Have we got to listen to all of this?
Yes.
All right. Just checking.
Just gritting teeth.
Eggy. That's terrible.
Okay, come on. Before we get into that,
okay,
what good can we find in that? Come on,
the bass sound.
The bass sound.
I think I was playing that through your PV guitar amp on the clean sound.
That is a nice bass.
It's a nice bass sound going through a guitar amp.
It's just me and you on that track, isn't it?
Oh yeah, can't let anybody else take the blame for that one.
No, it's just us. Anything else do you like?
I don't know how we got. There's a point in it where there are two vocal tracks.
Are there?
You're singing "More Fun Than You Can Handle in One Go." And in the background, I think both of us are going na 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 na.
Yeah, didn't like that much.
Well, I didn't like it, but I don't know how we did it. It was recorded on 4-track. We just bought our Tascam 424 4-track, which was a beautiful machine.
It was. I like the weird backwards vocals at the start. That's a good thing.
Oh, wonder what it says. After doing a little bit of faffing about, I've discovered that it is a high-speed backwards spin through the track Me and Jill from Ciccone Youth's Whitey album.
Then amongst the coiling snakes of rain planet, she looked right at home. The waves came up, and the blinding flash caught me, dreaming of it.
As she looked all across with water. I thought one last. How different from the sea is the boat.
Okay.
So we've got a bass sound and we've got some backwards vocals.
That's good.
But
good. It's not really worth the price of admission, though, is it?
Really
Friday night in the alternative night. I think you were experimenting with the kick drum pattern there, weren't you? What's going on there?
There's some double kick drums.
Yeah.
Digga, 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 digga.
Do you think that's the only instance of double kick drum on a Johnny Domino track? So
I think it probably is, yes. At that speed.
Perhaps we try it again. Perhaps we try that again. Other than that, I think I was having a bit of an off day on the lyric writing, possibly. Wasn't the finest, a bit lazy, or just couldn't be bothered.
Well, I can understand why. The music is so overwritten.
Yeah. It's not the most endearing riff, is it, either, really?
But let's just repeat it forever. Yeah. And the thing I really hated is on the last chorus, it's like I'm really trying to make it sound edgy and play it as hard as I can. Yeah. And I can just see my face. It's awful. Okay, well,
your face is not awful.
Thank you.
The thing that I find most disappointing about it, really, is that it doesn't really have anything to do with Friday night, alternative night at Rock City, does it?
No, not at all.
Nothing.
That would have cleared the dance floor.
I mean, the lyrics, as far as I can make out, are sort of, I think I'm going on about some kind of virtual reality type, Matrix type situation where I'm linked up for simulation, but the toilet backs up. So I have to leave my virtual reality because the toilet's backed up.
So you have to get back to your actual reality.
Actual reality, yeah. So it's a comment on virtual reality, which was maybe a thing in 1990, whatever it was.
1994.
Yeah.
Was it, though?
2 years later, you've got a much better comment on that, with Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai.
Oh, yes, of course.
Virtual Insanity.
That was better.
All right, let's not keep going on about it. We've played it. I reckon people enjoyed that.
I think we had the title before we wrote it.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I don't know how it came about. I don't know what we were thinking, really. But I enjoyed the little time travel back 30 years. I'm not sure I want to go there again, though.
No.
But good bass sound.
Excellent. Good bass sound.
It's the Johnny Domino podcast. Give it a chance.
We did just give it a chance, and that's where we ended up.
Next, let's have a look at some stuff for the engagement opportunity.
Yes.
Because we are trying to get our listeners, who are creative people on the main, to engage with us and send us music. And the challenge we've recently set is for people to try and record versions of songs from their childhood. Last episode, we had a version of the Rainbow theme by Erstwhile Friend, which was great.
Yes.
Since we played that, I've heard the full version, you have as well, the full version of the Rainbow theme.
Yeah.
That my mate Paul sent me. And it's kind of astounding. I just wanted to just give people the heads up. You need to listen to that. It goes places that you never knew it could go. There's like an entirely different section. It's quite prog.
I never knew that white was one of the colours of the rainbow.
Yeah, it's mentioned. And it goes quite dark as well. It does take you on an emotional journey.
It's a bad trip.
Which is not hinted by the snippet that we all know from the kids' TV show. So you need to listen to that. But what I like about it is it's quite complex, the Rainbow theme, and it's not talking down to the kids. And I think that's kind of what we're trying to go for with our engagement opportunity. And we've got a couple to listen to today.
And the first one is from Ian Almanac, to give him his full name. He's recording it under his Motorcade 1 moniker. And this is a theme tune from a television program called Picture Box. Now, when was Picture Box from?
Well, it ran from 1960 to the 1990s.
Holy crap. Surely it didn't have the same theme tune and the same opening credits, because I just remember this like jewel case spinning round.
It did, that's it.
It was a very short program, wasn't it? It was like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
It really was. And I didn't see it very often, but perhaps like if you were sort of same age as me, perhaps you were off school one day and you had chicken pox or measles or some other kind of Victorian illness, and you were sat there at home with some Lucasade and maybe some cheese on toast. And then this weird music came on with a glass jewel box spinning around.
Yeah.
Quite dissonant music.
Really weird.
Let's have a listen to Ian's version.
And that is a beautiful version of the theme tune to Picture Box, which was called Ménage, written by the avant-garde French composer Jacques Lasserie.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a bit of information about him, and I found a video, which is obviously from French television, and I managed to get the auto-translate on the captions, and he looks like a French version of Tony Hancock.
He actually does, yeah.
And he is playing these structures called les structures sonores, basically sound structures, and they were created by Francois Bachet, who looks more like a businessman. We'll obviously include it in the show notes. In the video, there's a point about 6 minutes in where you see Jacques playing something which sounds very similar to the Picture Box theme, and he looks like he's got a series of plastic.
They look like they're plastic, but they're not plastic. Bernard of Francois Bachet, I've done some research.
Hey, good.
They were two brothers in France in 1952. They created the Crystal Bachet. The Crystal Bachet was a glass musical instrument that was kind of half musical instrument, half sculpture. 56 chromatically tuned glass rods. And the musician had to rub the rods with their wet fingertips. And Jacques Lasserie, is his name Jacques Lasserie?
Yeah,
Jacques Lasserie was one of the few people that learned how to play it. It's kind of amazing. Beautiful looking instrument.
Yeah.
And glass. A bit like a glass harmonica kind of thing.
It is. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, definitely.
Makes an amazing sound.
Very complex timbre, I believe, to go back to my music degree.
Yeah.
But one could look at this Frenchman rubbing these tall cylinders
with wet hands.
Yes. If one were childish, someone could have a laugh about that. But we're not like that.
Yeah.
But I think Ian's version of it, it's a really good version of it.
It is.
If you go back and listen to it, it's a great version.
It took me back. You know, they also created the Bachet brothers. They also created an inflatable guitar. What an incredible idea that is, right? Why didn't that catch on? And an aluminium piano as well.
I bet the aluminium piano sounds good.
Yeah, well, you should check them out. They look amazing. These
I'm going to check that out.
Created, yeah, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes me back to sat there like feeling sick on the sofa watching daytime TV, because it was an ITV schools programme, Picture Box, but I don't remember ever watching it at school.
I remember watching it in school.
Do you?
I remember going into the hall in our junior school and watching the countdown, because you have to wait for the programme to start, so everyone would be there early, then you see the countdown, then Picture Box would start.
After Picture Box, I'd probably watch Paint Along with Nancy. Do you remember Paint Along with Nancy?
No, mate.
She was a bit like Bob Ross, but she was rather a scary Italian-American woman with a Margaret Thatcher haircut.
Wow.
She painted with a knife. It was very scratchy. And then there was Crown Court as well. Crown Court. Do you remember Crown Court?
Yes.
That was on after Rainbow.
At lunchtime, yeah. It's like, right, you've had your lunch, get back to school, because now we're watching Crown Court.
Crown Court, yeah.
And there's only 3 channels, and on BBC Two, it's either nothing or the cricket.
Yeah, that's it.
There's your lot.
Oh, going back in time. 3
TV channels, unbelievable. Tell the kids today, etc., etc. So, yeah, thank you very much to Ian for sending that in. Great version.
Right. Next, we've got another tune that one of our listeners has sent in.
Now, this is I Am Wilbraham. My mate Will.
He always does good stuff.
He always comes through with the goods.
Right, let's have a listen to this one.
The animals went into bar two, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went into bar two, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went into bar two, the elephant and the kangaroo, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. The animals went in 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 3 by 3, the wasp, the ant and the bumblebee, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. The animals went in 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 4 by 4, the great hippopotamus stuck in the door, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. The animals went in 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 5 by 5, they warmed each other to keep alive, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. The animals went in 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 6 by 6, they turned out the monkey because of his tricks, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. The animals went in 7 by 7, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 7 by 7, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 7 by 7, the little pig thought he was going to heaven, and they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain.
would like to thank Will for sending that in.
Yeah.
Last week, I just got back from a really nice holiday and I was feeling really happy. I'd had a great holiday and I was like feeling all chilled and happy with the world.
Then you heard that.
Just let me paint you a picture. When I first heard that, I was listening to it simultaneously, watching footage of what will hopefully historically come to be known as the Farage riots. As we're recording this in August 2024, and society was breaking down, and the soundtrack of Will singing that, it was quite disturbing, I have to say.
I can imagine. That sounds horrific.
It was pretty hardcore.
That's pretty dark. That is harsh.
It was hardcore. But it worked.
Yep.
It worked. And there's some weird lyrics in that.
Yeah, Will said in a note to me, there are 10 verses in the full version. He decided to stop at 7, with the pig thinking he's going to heaven.
I know, I like that. That's a good one to end on.
It really is. It's like, shit.
Yeah. It's not a monkey going to heaven, it's a pig.
Apparently it was inspired by doing some ironing and watching a rerun of the Antiques Roadshow and seeing a huge wooden ark with an almost complete set of accompanying animals. And that reminding him of the song. He said, I thought it would be a fun tune to play on my acoustic guitar. Fun tune. Fun with Will. And one which his 2 younger children would enjoy singing along to.
I didn't hear them on it.
No, I was listening really hard. I mean, I don't know if they just sing along to it in the house, but well, if you want to do a remix and get the
God, it would have been even more disturbing with children's voices.
Can you imagine that? Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said it was great fun to play and even more fun to hear them singing along with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But what I didn't expect to find was how downbeat and intolerant the lyrics were. Hence the Farage riots. All those, he's dragging those hurrahs out, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
there's no joy in it. No joy.
It's a soundtrack to, like, climate breakdown as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You can imagine pictures of like polar bears like floating on really tiny icebergs and forests burning and things like that as you listen to that one. You know where the tune comes from, right?
No.
It's borrowed from an American Civil War song.
Okay.
When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Did you not know that?
Well, I do now.
There you go.
Colour me bad.
There you go. When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Civil War.
He slowed the tempo down, just in case you're wondering, and put the church organ, give it a sinister edge, tick, and he came around to see me, and we were listening to Neutral Milk Hotel, and he thinks it was slightly inspired by listening to O Comely from that album, which is one of my favourite tracks from that album. But actually, no, it is my favourite track off the album.
It's the best track on that album.
Best track on the album.
You know, when I first heard that album, I used to skip that track.
Me too.
But now it's the one I go to.
So that was something, wasn't it? But yeah, thank you so much, Will. I mean, it was good. It was amazing. It was brilliant. No, it was great.
And the Saturday afternoon festival set is coming on, isn't it?
Is that the opener?
I don't know whether that's the opener. I'm sure we've had the opener yet.
I think we could start the set with that. I'm thinking PJ Harvey at Glastonbury.
Okay,
that started pretty dark, but we need to record one. Got an idea. I've got an idea.
It might be a bit more upbeat. We'll see.
We can have a go. Well, we're not exactly known for upbeat, are we?
No, but come on, people, send us some more.
Yeah. And thank you very much to Ian and Will. Very much appreciated.
This Are Johnny Domino. Can you believe that these 2 nerds have been wanging on about their old music for over 30 episodes now? Unbelievable.
Do you know what we need now?
A party song from Leeds.
We do. We need another entry into the eternal halls of the 4-track God.
Absolutely. Did one of your friends send this in, or did you just find it and decide you were going to stick it on?
I'll tell you the story.
Please do.
Right, back in Leeds in the 1990s, on the fine art course at Leeds Metropolitan University, there were 2 bands. One band that I was in, called Sunnyland Smiles, lowercase s. Mm-hmm. And then there was I think they were a more fun band called Lackadaisic. And that was what this band was, basically. I always knew this band as Lackadaisic, but on the site that I found this music on, they're called Millennium Sound Cruiser. So they must have changed their name. I think they had a fluctuating name. Anyway, Stan, my friend from university, was the main guy who wrote the songs and sung and stuff. And he's a very creative fellow. There's loads of his stuff on his website, which is called Bow Blue Creative. So go and check it out. Mm-hmm. But he's uploaded loads of music, and I'm slightly cheating because it's not exactly a 4-track recording. I think it's 8-track, but I think the gods are going to be okay with it.
Okay.
Because, it was like, it's done on tape and it's pretty basic recording. And this is the band Lackadaisic with a song called Born Again.
Born again, laughing, born again, relax.
sound of young Leeds from the 1990s.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed listening to that again.
Yeah. I don't think I ever saw them play. I never saw the Sunny on Smiles.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of music going on at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's quite a few of us involved in doing stuff. And we all shared a similar taste in music and recreational pursuits and stuff. And basically, it was quite a fun time. We did we organised some pretty shambolic gigs. There was I remember some sort of weird cabaret that we organised, which was mad, and I don't seem to remember it making any sense at all. And we did a rave as well, where we ended up getting ripped off by some minor wannabe gangsters. But good times.
Oh, good times. Good times.
And that song, I always remember them playing that song, and I like that one. And I thought of it because I was thinking about last episode we were talking about religious music, and that song's got a bit of a religious theme.
Yes,
because Stan goes through various religions
and Satanism,
and it ends up not being anything. I think at the end, I think it does the lesson for us all. But I enjoyed it very much.
Am I right in thinking? I'm sure there's a photo of him playing at a gig and the drummer has got paint tins instead of tom-tom.
Yes, Dan, who was the drummer, used to be like a stand-up drummer.
Okay,
and he was also on the art course, so he was a bit like he used to play all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, it's good. I liked it. I like the recording of it. The backing vocals are great.
That's great.
Yeah, they really, really kind of like lift it. I think they're great. And yeah, I listened to that one for fun. And there's tons of stuff on the website, and we might play some more in another episode. But I'm definitely gonna include that one into the Eternal Halls, definitely, because
lovely.
And I appreciate Stan getting in touch, but he is terrible at replying to my messages, so I haven't got any more information from him. But maybe he'll get back to me.
Fabulous. Now, the last song we're going to listen to today is a Johnny Domino song. This Are Johnny Domino, and it's a song from our first properly released collection of songs called Rabbit Themes. And it's a song called Wake Up and Smell the Cat Food.
Yes.
It's not as arsey as Friday Night is in the Alternative, and I think it's all the better for it.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a softer side. Good one to end the podcast on, I think.
The dreams are still thick in my head as my legs are moving on. My morning eyes are blurry as they water in the sun. The sink's too small for my head, so I shave around my face. The coffee helps it dawn on me. I woke up at your place. I pull apart the curtain to see the clouds are moving fast. All your neighbors chart my movement, so I sit and think about the past. I spend my time just making plans. I had the plans here in my hands. You ripped them all to pieces and you blew away the sand. My morning eyes are blurry as they water in the sun. The sink's too small for my head, so I shave around my face. The coffee helps it dawn on me that I woke up at your place.
Lovely. I listened to that for the first time in years, about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice thing. Very simple. I think there's a bit of a sour chord, which I think I stole from Weezer. And I think I was definitely in I like Stephen Malcolmus guitar playing phase. So there's a lot of Malcolmus in that guitar bit.
Yeah.
You know, in a very, very simple song.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. It was nice.
And I actually forgot that Jim sang on it as well until I listened to it about a week or so ago.
Sometimes it's nice to just, I don't know, it was good that we recorded some songs that were a bit more straightforward, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was from the heart. Do you know what I mean? It was written at a time when I was writing biographically about meeting somebody, and it's that moment of realizing that things have changed. You know, the course of your life has changed when you've met someone.
Yeah,
and that is what it's about.
Yeah,
and also I quite like the wake up and smell the cat food thing. It's like, you know, wake up and smell the coffee. It's like realization, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
that's it. You know.
We had like quite a pro sounds on the vocals with that reverb.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was all right. It was good.
Weird.
I'd said it sounded like Ringo Starr, but, you know, I don't know.
When did he say that?
When he first heard it.
He's a wonderful man. I'm not saying in any way that he hasn't been supportive, because he's driven us to various random places around the country over the years.
He did do back in the olden days.
But he really didn't want to hear our stuff, because I guess he heard it in the house.
There you go. Wake up, smell the cat food. So I think that one is probably going to go on the best of, because every episode we try and choose at least one of our songs to go on an imaginary, conceptual best of Johnny Domino.
Which is not really conceptual anymore.
It's not
because
anymore.
We've already released the first volume, and I think we're getting near to having enough songs for a second volume.
It's happening. So possibly, I think I'm going to preempt the fact that you're probably not going to want to include Friday night is in the alternative night.
It's just a waste of zeros and ones.
Yeah, and I think you probably want to put that one on because we both quite enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that one's probably going to go on the best of when it eventually is released.
Yes, I'll need to have a look at how many songs we've got.
Yeah.
I think we're getting there.
There is exciting news that we are going to have something else out to listen to fairly soon, hopefully, as well.
Yes, definitely.
Because a few episodes ago, we had a series of episodes called All Them Trimmings, based on some lyrics that we found in an old book. The lyrics took us on a journey. Lots of people recorded some songs based on the lyrics, and we're going to put them together into a compilation. So that's going to be good.
Yes.
And that's going to come out soon, hopefully. So stay tuned.
Yep. That's all coming into place. It's all coming together now. I've seen the cover artwork. It's beautiful.
There you go.
Thank you very much for listening to This Are Johnny Domino. If you're enjoying the podcast,
and
please...
I am enjoying it. But I'm just going to pause you there for a moment.
Oh, good.
Quick question.
Yes.
What's your favourite band? I'm thinking about Will's song. Favourite band with animals in?
Favourite band with animals? Well, I like Animal Collective. I like Panda Bear. I like Grizzly Bear. I mean, there's a lot of bears.
Yeah.
Who else do I like? Paul McCartney and the Frog Chorus.
They're all good. They're all good. Do you know what the best band in the Animals in?
Well, I know you're going to tell me.
What? The Animals.
That's a bit basic, John.
No. I've been listening to the Animals, the song, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood.
Yeah.
You know that one? Remember that one?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The Animals from Newcastle upon Tyne. And I've been listening to the song. It's a great song. And it's a good version, actually. But when you listen to that version of the song, it is a song sung by a man who is passing the blame onto other people or another person for them not understanding him, basically.
Right,
if you listen to the lyrics, right, it's like he's talking about, baby, can you understand me now? Sometimes I get a little mad. Don't you know, no one alive can always be an angel. When things go wrong, I seem to go bad. Right? He's apologizing, but he's, in a way, he sounds very proud of the fact that he's a bit of a dick. Yeah, baby, sometimes I'm so carefree with joy that's hard to hide. Yeah, it's other times it seems like all I ever have is worry, and that you're bound to see my other side. Yeah, it's one of those songs when you listen to the lyrics a bit, you sort of think this is wrong. This is not a nice guy. This is not a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
And particularly when it's sung by Eric Burdon, he's got a great voice, obviously, but he's doing that kind of blues thing, and it just makes you think this is the guy who's going to slap you down, right?
It's a bit Get Carter.
Yeah. It is, but then the song was not written by the Animals, right?
No,
it was written for Nina Simone. Yeah,
wow.
and her version came out a year before the Animals, and that version is completely different. You really need to listen to them both, but listen to the Animals first and then listen to the Nina Simone one, right? Because the difference is you believe her. It's exactly the same lyrics, but you believe her and you want to believe her and you feel her pain, right?
Yeah.
She's basically admitting that she's a faulty human being. She's admitting that she kind of makes mistakes and she does things wrong and sometimes she's going to hurt you.
You don't get that from the Animals.
You don't get that from the Animals. And I mentioned Trump and Harris in the last episode, right?
Yeah.
And the whole American politics thing. And I've been thinking on it, and I was thinking on it a lot, and I was thinking on it while I was listening to these versions of this song. And you know what? Trump is like the Animals version.
Yeah.
Right? He's a cartoon bad man who will slap you down in a fit of anger and tell you that it's your fault. Yeah. Harris is like the Nina Simone version. She's a woman that you want to believe in. She's admitting her faults. She's human. And you really, really want to believe that she's being honest. So if you want an insight into American politics, listen to those
two songs.
Those two versions of that song.
Yeah.
Because that's how I see it.
The ironic thing is, there's that saying about selling coals to Newcastle. And the Animals were from Newcastle, and they were basically trying to sell soul to America, sell it back to them in the way that...
And they did, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They were very successful. But the Nina Simone version
is the one.
Is astoundingly good.
Yeah.
So that is the song that I would tell you to go and listen to now after you finish this podcast.
Okay. I will. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
If you are enjoying the podcast, please rate, review, like, subscribe, send to people that you know, send to people that you don't know, buy a t-shirt.
Do it.
Wear it proudly. Talk to people about it. If you get into a conversation about your favourite podcasts, talk about This Are Johnny Domino. We would very much appreciate it.
Yeah, because, give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Please do like and subscribe to our podcast and recommend it to someone who you think might like listening to all this kind of weird shit. Send us some of your old music and enter the eternal halls of the 4-track gods.
That'll do.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Take care, Giles.